30-yard line.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing is Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Running, it's Drake. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Check 24, check 24. Watch twits, watch twits.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Set, hut, 70 ending. Get ready. Get ready. Come on, Trump. He's top right here. He's tight on the right, tight on the right. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down, 4 down. Mike 4. You don't want nothing.
Jackson. And that's knocked away and incomplete. The secondary, Charles, much maligned during the week. They didn't have their best game in the loss last week, but a nice play there.
Yeah, and I just know what they went through last week. I mean, ever since that time, their pride was hurt. They kept getting reminded of it in the local media, had to watch it on tape, and you know the coaches just got after them. They came in ready to play.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
56, Mike, 56, right there, right here.
On first down, Newton. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Big stop, let's go. Check three, check
Gun.
On the carry, it's Cook. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On second and 12, Newton. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Check, tight right. Solo out there, check the outside there. 4 down, check, 4 down.
They'll start the drive with Dre. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Mike 4. Check. Mike 4. Hey, I'm coming after you.
Here's Jackson to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sullivan. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Hey, check Mike 57. Hey, watch your leg.
Jackson. And he's got his man. That's Landry. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Six yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
I'm coming for you, Mike.
A handoff to the right side. It's Drake. Looking for a crease. Can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Now 3rd and 4.
Set, ready. Kick to Pittsburgh. It's our time. It's our time. Go. Mike 4. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Mike 4. Mike 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 1st down, Detroit. 16 yards on the pickup. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Move. 4 down, 4 down.
Play action. It's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Man, I got you. Mark 55, Mark 55.
From the gun, it's Drake. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd.
Hey, check right. Watch 55.
Watch the run. Check 50.
From the gun, Jackson dancing to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Lions 3, Vikings nothing.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left. Pass him. 4 down. Mike 4. Oh, here we go.
On 1st down, Drake. He's got the 1st down inside the 10 and all the way down to the 5. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
On 1st and goal, Drake. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
6 guard. Check 6 guard.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenyon Drake, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Let's get in now. Shift. 8.
From the 27, Newton. Throwing left side, it's complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Come. 56, Mike, 56.
Newton on first down. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Now Newton. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
After the sack on first down, Newton, and now he's going to use his legs. He got him a big chunk of that yardage back, but even with that effort, it'll still be 3rd and long.
Partner, was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
3rd and long, it's Newton. Buying time to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a...
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. Kenyon Drake, 97 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and
again,
again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
20.
From the 31, Newton. Looking left side, and it's complete. The 20, 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Running for the shotgun with Drake. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Switch gears, switch gears.
On 3rd and short, Drake. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Right, right. Don't get nervous. Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right.
We got 4. We got 4.
On first down, Drake. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
Switch, switch.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Calling an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down. Check, check. Watch 14.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Ty Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Newton. He's going to air one out. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 26. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
He's not going to get me.
Out of the gun, Newton. And he's got his man on the out route. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Back to throw, Newton. And they're going to get him. He's sagged back around the 28. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Newton now to throw. It's caught. Jones. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Vikings.
Newton now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. From the gun, here's Newton. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
Come on, fellas.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. Ty Johnson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
First down.
Set. Look at him. Got one. Strong right. Everyone, you got 4 down.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Back to the air, Newton on second down. Being chased out left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Newton. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be fourth down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone. Open.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Watch the eye.
Great.
They'll run for it. Cook. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Alert. 3 down. I got 3.
From the gun, Newton. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Will Harris there to make the play. Boy, the numbers throw. The football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. First thrown out for the backup, Rodgers. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Complete to number 1. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Win 18.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. On second down, it's Coleman. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs them up for another second and goal. Rodgers to throw once more. And his throw here is incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal.
Get 300. Get 300. Five. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 40. Check. He's coming.
And again, it's Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jamal Agnew.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Mike, 4. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
There's Jackson on third and long. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Here comes the Lions punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Returnable here from the 38. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
At the 10-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go one more.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now it's Newton. Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
40's Mike. Let's go, Heavy.
Hey, Foxtrot.
What you got, Heavy?
Working from the gun. Rodgers. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come up in an offset eye. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They run. Cook. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long. They'll run for it with Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet.
Kill.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Check 56. Watch the slant.
Here is Cook on 3rd and goal. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that will shave 1 more off this lead.
Vikings 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
They go to Johnson again.
Let's go.
It'll be a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll also be the final play of this third quarter.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Jackson now steps away to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th.
No. 319. Screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tried to go back again to Adam Thielen, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season as his guys are back within a single score. Tucker with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
11 yards there and a Lion first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, 4 down.
Now Johnson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
I got you.
On second down, Johnson. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a handoff looking right. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Well, it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 4.
Even, 4 down, even.
They'll run it with Johnson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That kind of looked like a defense fed up by being gashed in the running game all night.
Yeah, and imagine their coach saying, if you're fed up on that play, where were you the rest of the time? What took you so long? But flip it over to the offensive side. They've been dominating this thing, and to finally have a play go against them, that's not something that's going to make them feel very good this evening.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Brandon, never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Slam, slam, slam.
Here's Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
Double time, double time. Five down. Stand up in. Sponge. Move to a football.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Johnson. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Newton now 8 of 17 so far, under 50%. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jarrett Davis. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And still a little bit of time left, but the defense can't stop the clock. So 3 kneel downs should be enough to finish this one off.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
Ready? 60 outlaw. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Check. 4 down. 4 down.
Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line.